Hello, good afternoon. My name is Sarafaddin Elegbede. I'll be taking you through the steps involved in admission processing in this very short presentation video. Let me log in. So if you input the wrong password, you are going to get that message. So I log in as the administrator so that I'll be able to first of all set the admission criteria. That's the number one thing to do. You first of all set your admission criteria. How do you set the admission criteria? We need to do this for each of the classes to process the admission for. So we go to advanced options. You click on general. From there you move to admission requirement definition. Then you have list of all the classes against the existing sessions or admission year. So let us be mindful of the session and admission year we want to set our criteria for. We want to do 2021-2022 academic session. So I can type in this search box so that it gives me just the list of the classes for that particular admission year. So the number one thing to do is to tell the software your areas of assessment for any prospective candidates. So you want to assess them in general paper, mathematics and English language before you give them admission. So you need to define this first. So let's go for year 3. I click on this manage button. So you can see that there isn't any assessment area. I haven't defined any assessment area for this. So when I click on this, it gives me the list of all the subjects for year 3. So I want to access the student on the prospective candidate on English studies. What is the CBT total obtainable score? I put 0 there because at the moment the CBT has not been the last exam was not conducted using the CBT. So you are inputting directly the scores of the students against the theory score. So let's just say the maximum obtainable here is 50. Then I click on save button. So I've done for English studies. I want to do mathematics as the second subject. Again, I use 0 here. Then I put 60 there. So you can put your maximum obtainable score there and then click the save button. So just in case the list of your subject, the subject you want to add is not listed, I can click others not listed. Then the software gives you the opportunity to type in, let's say, general paper. I put 0 there as well. General paper, let's assume that is 40. Then I click save. So I have been able to successfully define 3 key areas of assessment for year 3 admission into 2021-2022 academic session. So the next thing I want to do now is specify or define the criteria for admission. So I click the general settings. If I want to just go back, so I search for 2021 or just search for year 3. So it gives you all the year 3 option. You can see year 3 2020 2021. So I I'm dealing with 2021. So I click this edit button to edit the criteria. We haven't set any criteria for admission. We have only done the assessment areas. So to do the criteria for admission, we click this edit button, and that gives us this particular platform where you can specify that, okay, your criteria for admission is subject based or is based on the total average obtainable, or both. So if I go for this, as we know, that's the most common one within this, among the schools. So the total average obtainable, let's assume that is 60. So this implies that the subject, the candidate must score a minimum of 60 as average. So I want to do additional criteria. Let's say minimum age of 9 years. And then I click update details. So I've taken two major steps. I have been able to set the areas of assessment. I've also been able to do the criteria for admission into year 3, 2021-2022 academic session. So the next thing I want to do now is go to the administration, click on applications stroke admission, so that I can fill in or submit the application that the candidate would have submitted, because at the moment this particular feature on the software was not fully active as at the time that the parents were submitting application. So all the collected applications will have to be submitted to this portal system. As the administrator or as the admission officer, you come to this application stroke admission option, and then you click on add new application for admission. So I just want to process an application. I will first of all submit the application. So we will pick the site, we'll pick the applicable session, which is going to be 2021-2022, and the term that the application was submitted for, admission, first term. The surname of the candidate, Adewale Olawale as an example, Ahmed. Nationality, I go for Nigeria. Then I can have a list of the state of origin, let's say Lagos. And if I know the local government area, then I can pick any local government that is applicable. Go for gender, go for date of birth first. The date of birth, you first of all give us the year. Choose the year first. If your year is not listed, just choose any year there, then you have another set of years listed. When I chose 2011, now the portal or the system has given me another year, another set of years from 2001 through to 2011. So I pick, let's say, 2007 month. Then I pick the date of the actual date of birth. So I have to specify the gender, male or female. Then if you know the present school or the present class, you can fill them in. If you don't, you can leave them blank. Class applied for, I want to go for that year 3. Remember we just set the criteria for admission into year 3. So I can click on this button to be able to view the criteria for admission. Please wait, the system is bringing it. So we have minimum average score of 60, minimum age of 9 years. So those are the two key criteria for admission that we have set there. Note that the system cannot take decision for you on the age based on what you have put here, because it's done in the description is done in wordings. So the system can only assist you to decide on the scores. Residential contact, let's say Lagos, and then the SMS or email as means of contact. Just choose anyone that is applicable. Then the phone number is very compulsory, because when you finish your application, you get an SMS delivered quoting the application ID for your reference, for the reference of such prospective candidates. We have the email also. You need to provide the email for us. Note that all the data that you provide there will be moved, automatically if the student is admitted to the student database. So we don't need to fill the application. We don't need to submit the student data again. So I click on what type of Islamic education. So you can just click on anyone that is applicable. If it's not applicable to you, just leave it blank, leave it out, and then move on to dates that you actually attest that you submit an application. So if I just pick today's date, so when I'm done with all this, then I can click on the submit your application button, and that application is successfully submitted. So the application ID is this, and the user or the prospective candidate should receive an SMS alert quoting that ID. So I can close the portal or choose to submit another application. So as an admission officer, you can you need to repeat this process for each of the applications that have been submitted, by all the prospective candidates or all the students that have been admitted into the school. So we click submit another application, or we close the portal. So I will go for submit another application, and then if I don't have anything to do, I can click the back button just to take me back to the menu, the main menu, or the main dashboard rather. So having done this, the next thing I want to do is click on the application stroke admissions again. I want to now process that application. The application I just submitted, Adewale Olawale Ahmed, you can see it already listed here. That's number 10 for us. So I click on the process button just to process the application. So the software will retrieve all the data you have submitted, and then you can see the admission criteria already there. When you scroll down at the bottom, you should be able to see the administrative details, entrance examination scores or decisions. This is where the software will assist you to take the decision whether or not to admit the students. So you can see that all those areas of assessment that you first of all set under the admission criteria, they are all listed there: English studies, mathematics, and general paper. Then the CBT score obtained, you can input it, but the CBT score obtainable, is 0, all through for each of these. If you input anything here, the software will not let you, because you have not set any, you haven't set any maximum obtainable score for the CBT. So let's go for the theory or written obtained. Let's assume that this candidate scores 35, scores 50 out of 60 there. So note that as you input, the software takes the decision for you. You can see not admitted, because the admission criteria there is minimum of let's go up. I just want to confirm, minimum of 60 there. So let me input the last score, let's say 26. So the candidate has got altogether the candidate has scored 74%, and as a result of that is successfully admitted into year 3. So as you make changes to the scores here, you notice that the decision is automatically done by the system. So I go up and then I click on submit or update application. The moment I click this button, the system generates admission number for the admitted students, and also transfer the details of the students or the admitted students into the student database for us. So let me just click. If you need to do another application, you can click submit and process another application, or you can go back to the applications data bank. That's, if you have list of this is where you have list of your submitted application, and you can see that the status of this application has been changed to processed, and then the student is also admitted. So if I go to the students data bank now, I should be able to see the details of this student. Is now a student of the school since he's admitted. So I click on students. So I need to activate the advanced search, choose my location, choose the 2021-2022, choose the term, and then click on apply filter on students data bank. I want to see the list of the students for that particular academic session. So let me go to year 3. I type year 3 there. I should be able to see Adewale, that student that I just added. You can see Adewale Olawale Ahmed, successfully admitted, and also has been assigned an admission number based on the specification of your school. Then we need to do a final step by clicking the edit button to assign or allocate the student to a particular arm. So right now at the moment he's just admitted into year 3. So you go to administrative page and then change the arm. If the arm has not been changed, we will need to change the arm to maybe A or B, so that it will be the student will be assigned a particular bill. So also note that the student is a new intake or pupil for the chosen applicable session or term has been ticked. Then this is also done by default if biometrics is activated in your school. If it's not, you can take it out, but if it is, leave it as it is. So when you are done with any update you want to do here, for instance, I may want to say this student is an hostelite in primary hostelite. Then I click update all, just to update the details of that student. So that's the process. Let's wait for the that's done successfully now, and that's a success. So if we go back to the student data bank, we should be able to see a bill already attached to this particular student, year 3. Or let's do Adewale. You can search by just doing Adewale, so you can see that the student has been listed. Is now a field defaulter. If I click on this, I want to see the bill for the student, for that academic year, so I can see what the bill, looks like. So that is the process. We thank you for your time. Have a nice day.